This is the video for ICP3 for Adam Flowerday and Zachary Button's submission. This first part of the code is importing all of the necessary library information. I also wanted to point out some references to the code that I pulled from in order to understand a little bit better how to do the triplet extraction without using the core NLP library. The text I used was just a very basic sentence that I got from Wikipedia. And once we load all of the libraries and we assign the variables into the code, the first method to define, or the only method to define, is going to be get entities, which is going to get entities and the relationship. We will create 3 variables as well as a modifier variable. So these 3 will end up being returned. This one will be, well, the idea was to have the modifier add to either the subject or object text, depending on where it landed in the sentence. The code for that was a little bit more in-depth, and when I tried to pull it apart to make it work for what we were working on, I was not successful in doing that. So the modifier variable ultimately did not get used very much in this particular sentence, but testing it with other sentences may show to be successful, but I think there's better ways of doing this personally. However, using a simple if-elif loop to identify the DEP, the dependency tag, and the POS tags for the words in the sentence, the 2 entities, subject and object, and the relationship between them can be extracted into a triplet array, excuse me, and that's just done using a really simple for loop here with 3 arrays to break them up should we want to do this on a bigger scale than just a single sentence. And then we have triples.append, so it takes this one sentence here, which again, if we have more sentences, that's the idea, is to expand upon that. But when we run it, we do show that scorpions are arachnids, which, pulled from the sentence, would be nice to pull the predatory word, but again, the modifier was something I need to work on more in order to get it to function like I want it to. And moving past the triplets, we have the different hypernyms, hyponyms, meronyms, holonyms, and entailments attributes that are all located in the in the NLTK library when you're using WordNet. So this was just a very simple way of displaying the different parts of speech and the different ways of identifying the text itself. And that uses the chain from iter tools, to put that into a nice looking list. We can see for the word order, the hyponyms weren't always there, but the meronyms, holonyms, and entailments were never there. I did try this on a different word just because I knew that kitchen had at least meronyms, or at least holonyms, due to the example. So if we put in kitchen instead of order, we can see the holonyms there. It's just the meronyms and the entailments don't exist for that word either. So different words will give us, different sets of outcomes. But yeah, that's the code for ICP3.